Just a very simple explanation for this fight to clarify what might have been wrong last time, but we decided to do it counterclockwise. It actually doesn't matter, but let's just do it because we started with it. Generally, you don't want to start with the boss, at least from what I looked, you don't want to start tanking the boss in any of this direction that I'm drawing the line here. The reason why is because no matter where they are, let's say T-Rex is here, Monkey's here, they'll clash in the middle anyway, like this, and then they will jump back like this. So starting to put fire in the middle section is just not good, which means you have to make a decision to play. You would end up playing like, ooh, let's say you start here, you end up playing a big fire here, which is kind of like, why? Then you'd have to go here, and then you'd randomly have to go here. It's just less cross movement, like more cross movement. So we'll start by having Monkey down on purple, T-Rex up on moon, and we will do our first little thingy. And we start here. Let's say we get the scrap bomb. Preferably bait it on this side. We get a little red icon here later. But generally what we do here is, let's assume this is the range. One person gets targeted by the beam. Since we are moving counterclockwise, we would like the beam to go clockwise. AKA looking at the boss, the beam goes to the left and the people goes to the right when you're standing against the wall. Don't overthink it. Very simple. Worst case, if the beam person accidentally goes here, just if you fuck up, just make sure it goes far. So even if we get booped, we are okay. We get booped here, or we could even get booped up here. But then if we get booped up here, we also need to remember that we are going counterclockwise, so we need to kind of go around and bait. So preferably this doesn't happen, but if it does, it's not a big deal. After we done X amount of little scrappy bombs, we prefer to try to bait them all the time like this, where we can have a bomb as close to the fire as possible and still do the beam on the side I showed earlier, which is the clockwise side. So we shoot the beam like this, we soak the bomb. Where did my little mark go? We soak the bomb, hoo-hoo, we get booped over here, we get another fuck. We get another fuck for sure. Another fire. Blah blah blah. You get it. And then eventually the boss jumps to the middle and he will come out here and we will probably have fires like, if we get really good ones, we'll have fires like this. And then we can just start with the next bomb here. But sometimes when we spread for the fires, whatever. Sometimes when we spread for the fires, let's say we get the second bomb and we can't stand on top of each other and we don't always have time to crash, we might get a bomb spawning here. Because Melee was standing there, not trying to cleave each other. Well, it's not a big deal. We go in there, we soak it, we put the beam still. Oh, the boss here. Still put the beam to this side. Whee! And people get booped out here. Woo! Not a big deal. Worst case, we get something like this. Oh, we have a hole. You can try to fill it, I just don't see the point. Because with the gear we have now, if we run out of space, something is wrong. But if it feels safe enough to fill it, you can do the same. Go in there. Highly shouldn't. Get the beam on the side anyway. Either get booped towards the boss or get booped into the fire and get out. This fire doesn't take for way too much. Use a personal if there's a situation like this. But survive it. Then we get intermission. Monkey is a bit different. Like, the way Monkey works is, I've seen so many, I look at so many clips, and Melee can kind of play together a bit by just rotating around the boss as one group. But most people just have their range playing somewhere in the vicinity like this, around where the boss is, and when the little fucking monkey spawn that chase you around, let's say it's spawn here, and it's focusing this guy. Oh, nice arrow, that's cool. If the guy can stop it by any means, stop it here. If the guy can push it towards the edge, like down here, that's even more ideal, because when this reaches or despawns, it drops a puddle. So any range that can kind of deal with these and get them closer to the edge. Like, ideally, you would like them all to be stacked like this, but I've never seen a clip of that happening, ever, on this fight. It is more likely to look a bit more messy on the monkey side. You are more likely to have fuck. You are more likely to find it to look something like this. But that's why we're rotating. So after monkey gone to the middle, monkey's gonna play down here. And we gotta get it even more messy down here. But then we're gonna go up here. And it will be a bit messy, but on monkey side, you can like move around in your own circle without really getting hit by your own shit. It's just tiny moves, slow, check your bar. If you get focused by Nad, do your best to push it to the wall or let it chase you closer to the wall if you're close to the wall. Like don't insta root or CC it, and then when it gets close, just root it or move away from it. Worst case, if you can't move and you're about to get stunned, remember that they hit for about 4 million, so you can straight up just soak them. They do damage in the 10-yard AoE. Like, it's fine. But the best thing we can try to avoid is just, if we can avoid having them like these ones in the middle here, and control them and get them further pushed like this will help a lot. Even if they kind of still spread, if you can control them by either moving slowly when you fixate towards the wall, or you can knock them or something, or CC them when they spawn close to the wall, and just make sure they time out there. But this is not like a hard set fight in a sense. You try to bait the bombs. You try to shoot the beam towards the fire you already have on the ground. And you get booped away from the fire. If everything is done correctly, it should never be a problem. But there are going to be times where, let's see, we have this combo, boss runs back to middle, somebody fucks up, and we get a bomb spawning up here, even though it should probably preferably be down here. Just do this bomb, and then boss is really hard to move after you move. Like you only have the first time when they clash and he moves away. You kind of only have the first 5-6 seconds to position the boss. After that, he just does spell sequence cast a lot and hardly moves. So if we get that bomb up there, we might have to do next bomb, try to bait it here. But if we are spread out with the circles, we might get it here. You just have to keep doing them. And keep doing them, and then they clash again, and maybe next time the next crew can pull them down here. And we'll end up with some shitty fires like this, but just fill up this area later. And the boss 100% should be dead before we end up in this position. Or we should kill them when they're here. And we still have space. So, that's kind of carnage, really.